Good morning. Today we are headed to another tattoo appointment with the amazing Alan Pinks, or aka Mr. Pinks XX on all platforms. Today we are filling in a little, well not little, but like a spot that I have like on the back of my leg. It's kind of like the knee-ditch area slash back of thigh. It's gonna suck really bad, so I'm for sure a little bit nervous about it, but I feel like I'm nervous every single time I go in for a tattoo. No matter how many times I've been tattooed at this point, I feel like my body is just one giant tattoo, but I also feel like I have no tattoos at the same time, so I don't know about that one. I gotta think on it. What are we doing today? So I don't know exactly what we're doing today. We were kind of like tossing around some ideas because the shape of the spot is kind of like a U. It's just like a really weird spot, so like not a lot can fit there. It's got to be something that's like the right shape, or just like something that'll work. So we're kind of like tossing up ideas. I threw out the Eye of Truth from Metal Alchemist, or he put like owl he tried, or like flowers. Flowers are just a great filler for honestly anywhere. Or what were we looking at? I don't know, just a bunch of stuff. So we are headed there right now, and we are gonna see what we'll end up doing. But whatever it is, I'm sure it will be great. He is so good at placement and just like thinking of good ideas and like just how to work things into my leg. I really love how it's coming out, so thank you so much, Alan. It is amazing, and I stare at my leg a lot. I guess I'll see you in there. Bye. Let's keep it on the down low. Nobody gotta know where it is. We are gonna start soon. The stencil is on. I'm definitely nervous. Spicy areas. We're gonna fix some of the little spots that need attention too. We're close. We're so close to finishing this landscape, so it's amazing. Hopefully I'll be able to film while getting tattooed because it is a spicy area. Welcome to the freak show. Make way for the unknown. How you doing?
Great.
I am not doing great, and we're only a few lines in. But it's fine. I have a few moments of peace now because we just did back team. So yay for back team. Hopefully you can see that, but whichever way. I'll cherish these back team moments before I go back to quivering. It is break time. Now let's take a look at what we've got. Quick till I'm satisfied, a master of my own demise. Not a fun spot, but it's fine. We're getting through it. I feel like sleep is coming along too. Round 2. It's okay, amazing. We're getting it done. It's time for candy. Hello, I'm in pain, but it's worth it. We still have to do white. Hello, we are finished with the tattoo. It came out so amazing. I think Al fits so perfectly in that space that we had left, and it was so difficult to find something that was gonna fit like that, I guess. Like, I was thinking of so many different things, but Alan came up with an amazing idea, so thank you again. And then besides Al, we did a little bit like fixing up this shaded area and like near my sesshomaru, and like blacking out like little negative spaces that I have left. So now I just have this one weird spot on the back of my thigh, and then a little bit on my inner thigh, so you know, only the places that really hurt left, of course, but that is how it goes. So we did some of that. It was for sure painful. I think on the pain scale, definitely I'm gonna say an 8.5, and then at the end with the white, I'm gonna give that one a 9, because we waited like so long, obviously doing like different spots, that it was just like so painful, obviously because the area is so raw. So with the whites, as far as I know, and let me know if I'm wrong on this, but the whites, you know, it's not the ink, it's just because it's the area is so raw, so you're doing, you know, like more onto that spot that was already like open skin and tattooed for so long. So that's why whites suck. And yeah, that was definitely a 9, but it's not a 10 until I'm literally convulsing. But I was gripping the bench and like making faces, obviously, and like trying to stay still and holding my breath. So that is like a 9 for me, and 10 is like shaking. So 10 was like my back or my calf, like end of my calf. So those were like the only 2 spots I think that were like 10. But yeah, I would give it like a solid 8.5 through and through, with like little brief areas that were like okay. But the leg is starting to fill up really nice, so we're so close to just like finishing this leg. So I'm kind of just trying to think of like the way that I want to have it connected to the rest of like my body, because like I don't want my leg sleeve to be like cut off, if that makes sense. Like I want it to flow. So I was trying to like explain that to Alan, and I couldn't really articulate it that well, but I'm sure he understood a little bit of what I meant. At least it seems like he did. We're gonna figure it out together. I'm gonna probably poorly like edit it somehow when I find out what I want to do exactly there. He did say we should do like Aaron's Titan form, which I'm down for, but the way it looks kind of was like too straight under my butt, if that makes sense. Like it, I don't know. I'm trying to explain it again now. So like, yeah, I just didn't want it to be too cut off, if that makes sense. But we're gonna figure that out, and I'm gonna make another appointment soon. I wish I could have recorded more for you during this tattoo. This was one of those that was, as I mentioned, probably like an 8.5. So it was for sure hard for me to film, to focus, but on anything but the pain. So like usually I can watch like a movie or be on my phone or do whatever like during tattoo when the pain level is kind of low, but when it's like painful like this one was, like in the spots that are painful, I can't really focus. And then yeah, so I wasn't able to get as much footage, but maybe we'll stream it next time. Thank you again so much, Alan, and I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the vlog.